You are listening to Lovesick, the podcast, where we dive into health, wellness, and relationships and their impact on the world. Come be a part of the discussion and join our community by following us on YouTube, Instagram, and listening wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Enjoy the show.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Lovesick Podcast. I'm your host, Dorothea, and to my right
It's Jada.
and we're so happy to be back. And we have a phenomenal guest in the studio today. We have Tiffany, who is the owner of Entice and also the creator of Sexy Survivors. So take that in for a second. Sexy Survivors. Welcome, Tiffany.
Hi, ladies. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
I know.
First of all, when people think about sexy survivors, what is that?
Yes.
So when we all know someone who's gone through cancer, and what we don't know is that the cancer treatments actually are very detrimental to sexual health and to body image. And so Sexy Survivors is a support platform to reintroduce body love, self-love, sexual health, and intimacy into relationships after cancer treatment.
Wow. So how did you come up with that, Tiffany?
I had started Entice Me, which is a sexual health and pleasure company. And when I was networking, I came across a woman who told me that she was a longtime survivor and that she ran a lot of survivorship groups, and that after money, that sex is the number one thing that survivors want to talk about, and that no one addresses. No one addresses that their women are going to be put into a chemical menopause once they go through chemotherapy. Radiation can do a lot of damage to the body tissue and intimate tissue. Plus, for men and women who go through genital cancers and gynecological cancers, breast cancers, it really is what people equate to their masculinity or their femininity. And we strip that away, and they have to learn how to love themselves again. And so for the last 10 years, I've been, probably now 12 years, coaching individuals and couples. And then a couple of years ago, I went through the Goldman Sachs 10,000 Small Businesses program and was able to develop a full platform that now we're marketing to hospitals and cancer treatment sites.
Wow, that's impressive.
Really love that.
Yes.
That's actually because I've had some friends of mine who have
Yes.
gone through like breast cancer per se, and they've had to lose parts of their breast and fully feel like this is the part that made them sexy, or they felt like that. And that's a part that has been stripped away from them. And so to kind of get that back where they don't feel sexy anymore, I've lost a part of my womanhood, because these are the things, I mean, when I think about breasts, it's like the stuff that fed my kids or the stuff that was like very sexualized, right? So for a person that comes to you, how do you kind of talk them through getting their, I don't want to say mojo, but
It
what's
is
the
their
other word? Their
mojo
mojo
back,
back.
Yeah, that's right.
So we start with talking about the body and getting back into exploring the senses and pleasure and what that means as a woman and who you are as a woman. We start with what I call the roadmap of your life, and we have the women stand naked in front of a mirror and just thank their body for what it is doing good, because there is a lot of shame in the body. There's usually a lot of trauma that's held, and just really discovering who they are as a woman, not as a cancer survivor, not as a mom, not as a wife, but who they are as a woman. And then we do a lot of biopsychosocial with touch and mind games and playing with what you can do to make things better in the moment.
Right.
I mean, I think for self-esteem, it's
It's
kind of difficult
definitely
for people to
crucial.
just stand there anyway and look at themselves in the mirror. So to take that to a different level to me is very.
So is it hard for women to do
Oh,
that?
absolutely.
Yeah, I can imagine that's very difficult for someone to do.
But it's important that we realize that our bodies still are here for us. And a lot of survivors lose trust in their body because it's kind of given up on them in certain ways. And so we rebuild that trust, and we teach them that, there is, even though there's flaws, those are the tells the story of your life.
Right.
And every little scar or differentiation or any texture, anything is just telling the story of your life.
Right.
Yeah, which is true.
That is
Because I mean,
true.
I think about that too, just even with
Yeah.
a C-section scar,
Right.
right?
So
Where you're just kind of
it's
like,
stuff I do
yeah,
with everybody, all women, all my clients,
Right.
at retreats, everything. And people are like, "Oh, you're going to make me get naked." I'm like, "I am." But
Right.
it's so powerful
Mm-hmm.
to see the change when the women can stand there and thank their body and
wow,
be held in that space.
Right.
I
How
love
does
that.
that make you feel though? Because you're actually helping these women to feel, feel like they're meaningful or that they don't have to be ashamed of their bodies. So I know that makes you feel good that you
Yeah.
can actually help someone else to feel just as good.
Absolutely. It touches my heart. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love
Right.
doing it. I think it's important for everyone to love their bodies. And I know I used to not love my body when I weighed 100 pounds less than I do now and
Mm-hmm.
thought I was fat and everything. But now just being able to appreciate what I have, even though I'm not a survivor, I think a lot of us have body trauma
Oh
Right.
as
yeah.
women.
I mean, society enough does it, right? So it's like, and
Absolutely.
then it's like the dating world or any of that kind of stuff. But I do have a
Mm-hmm.
question. Where does this come from then? And why did you, if you just said you're not a survivor, you didn't have to do with that. Where did this body, positivity and you wanting to help people come from?
Well, I realized in my mid 20s had gotten out of a narcissistic relationship
Mm.
and I thought that I wanted more sex, but I realized I wanted better sex and I didn't know what that was.
Okay.
And that I didn't like my body. I never would wear shorts or change in front of anyone. I was super shy and concerned what everybody was thinking of my body. But once I took myself through a journey to learn about my body and pleasure, I was like, why aren't we teaching every woman about these
Right. Right.
orgasms
Yeah.
and it really shifted my thinking and confidence when I had my first orgasm that I created on my own without anyone else, and
Right.
that gives us a confidence that we really haven't learned about,
Right.
and that looking back we really aren't taught about pleasure as women. We're taught about
Right.
all the consequences that come with sex and intimacy and pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wanted to change that because I really think that if everybody had more orgasms we could probably have world peace.
And you know what? Here's the other
I
thing.
mean,
too.
she's not wrong.
Well, no.
It's
But-
really hard to be
Yeah.
mean to someone if you just had an orgasm.
And and I was thinking too, why do you feel that like not every woman, but a lot of women feel ashamed of their bodies, no matter whether they have an illness or, or not. It's just this stigma of women just, oh, I don't like this or I don't like that on my
Society
body.
too, but a lot of
It's society doesn't
Society
help.
does
Yeah,
it. I think religion does it.
Mm.
We've been
true.
taught as women that we're always told, don't do it, don't do it.
Yeah.
All these messaging that men get a different message and young teen boys get a different message that it's okay to touch yourself. It's, whatever.
Right.
Masturbation is kind of celebrated for men and very taboo for women.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that if we take that
Embrace it.
shame away, then it really changes the way that young women feel about their bodies as well.
Yeah. It's
So
a cultural thing.
It
too, though. I
it
feel
is
Yeah.
like she was saying, like, yeah, but tell us a little bit about Entice Me.
So Entice Me is my original company. I started it because I wanted to change the conversations around sex. I think
Mhm.
every revolution starts with a conversation,
Mhm.
and if we really want to level the playing field and do away with the gender wage gap, all of that, and really have equal playing for all genders, then it'll be a more peaceful world and a better place to live.
Mhm.
And so I really believe that when we take that shame away from our bodies and from sexuality, that sex is power and everything in the world is centered around sex, but yet we
Sure is.
can't talk about it.
Mhm.
When women step into their sexual power, a lot more successful.
That is very true.
Yeah. Have you?
Takes women a lot to get there, though. Sometimes
It
And so
does.
to get those steps to get there is like
Yeah.
must be interesting to help women get there.
It is. Yesterday, I host a conversation series called Breakfast at Tiffany's. And we had
Okay.
yesterday at the breakfast, I had a 70-year-old and a 75-year-old. And it was just so awesome to have those conversations that they've been longtime clients of mine, the two ladies that were there yesterday. But um, new things come up with new relationships, and
Mhm.
so just being able to walk them through and give them tools. And one of the ladies texted me. She's like, "I got home. She was having some concerns with her boyfriend not being interested in her, and
Mhm.
she was afraid that it was because of the way she looked, or that he wasn't attracted to her." And she's like, she's 75, hottie, It's like, "I got home and I took my clothes off and walked out to the hot tub and said, 'Are you joining me?'"
She had confidence. And you know what? I'm glad you said something about boyfriend or partners. Have you ever had any of your clients say that their partners left them because of them being
Right.
diagnosed
Right.
and not able to function as they feel is,
Which I felt like you've had people come to
yeah,
you to say
yeah,
that
people
too.
Oh,
have come to me. So
absolutely.
I'm wondering if the same is happening with your clients.
So women are twice as likely to be divorced during cancer treatment than men.
Mm.
And one of my first cancer clients, I will never forget. She was a beautiful mom in her early 30s. She had two kids and she had just had a double mastectomy. And her husband was ignoring the fact that she even had cancer. Had moved into another room, and her doctor had said, "Lori, you just need to get over it. They're just breasts." And she's like, "No, this is who I was as a woman, and this is who I identified with, and
Right.
I'm ready to re-engage in intimacy, and no one's helping me through this."
Right.
And they ended up getting a divorce, but it's just so sad that he didn't have the tools either. So we help the partners also have communication tips and
Right.
tricks and, ways to communicate, because we, if we think about it, families are important in our country and in our society. And when there's that many women being divorced and left because of something they can't even help because it's a disease,
Right. Yeah.
it's destroying not just relationships, but families as well.
Yes.
Well, I mean, we've talked about this on our show before where people have time to grieve these certain things themselves.
Mhm.
When you're diagnosed with something, you're like, okay, well, this is what I'm going through now. But sometimes it's like, okay, but what is that loved one? How do we explain these things? And I think a lot of the things we keep talking about your support groups,
Yes.
but I also feel like a lot of that was to help explain some of the things that a person who is diagnosed with something is going through. So I
Right.
think it's also their way of retreating. Not saying any of this stuff is correct, right, or whatever, but it's just these emotional things are very different, because I could be going through something and feeling a certain way, but I can't expect you to just feel the same way I am,
Right.
just because you're my spouse or my
Mhm.
mom or whatever.
Yeah.
It's different.
And I'm gonna tell you, like when I would host support groups when I was back in Maryland, I've had so many people that would come to the meeting and they would bring their significant other because they wanted them to see and hear what happens when some of these people are diagnosed with different illnesses. And what came out of that is that most partners thought that they were making excuses. Oh, she doesn't want to have sex or he doesn't want to have
Right.
sex because they just don't feel like it. But not because the person is having some kind of challenge because of their illness, but they would be like, well, you don't look like you're sick, or 15 minutes ago you were okay. So it was always something like that they were going through. And then it was another situation where they just started moving this way, moving apart because they just really just didn't care. Some people were like, well, we just came here to see if, this person was not telling the truth. And I thought, that's sick.
That's awful.
Yeah, that's sick. And then we've had cases where people, their significant others, left them because they were sick. And I thought, wow. And they had no one to talk to. And they would drive hours just to connect with someone that was actually familiar with what they were going through. So when you host your events, are these like women that are coming from all different locations, or they're coming from just one geographical area? How does that work with your events that you? I like that breakfast at Tiffany's.
So
I do
it's
too.
Yeah, I like
I'll
that.
have to come.
I
like
know.
that. Yes.
There you. I host them here in Long Beach, so it's
Mhm.
usually
Oh.
people from around here.
Okay.
I have tried to do virtual ones, and people haven't really shown up. So
Mhm.
I do them here in Long Beach the second Sunday of every month.
Okay, that's really good. And I noticed that you have a bag, Tiffany. We want to see what's in that bag.
What's in Tiffany's bag?
Well, I look at sex toys as an accessory to your bedroom life, just
Right.
like a necklace is an accessory for your outfit.
That's
You take
right.
it away, it's still cute, but you add it and it looks even better. This one happens to do both because it's a vibrator as well.
What?
That part is.
Oh my God!
And so it's
This is a vibrator for real people. I know
This
the viewers
ring
can see.
also-
Oh my God!
Wait, what? Hold
That
on.
is. Oh
Take
my
that
gosh!
so you can have it with you at all times.
Oh, you know what? It's when you came in, I was like, "What a beautiful ring she has."
And the ring, everyone, is a vibrator. So the ring and a necklace. What nice surprises!
So wait,
oh my gosh.
so this can.
Yes. Okay, you got to talk about the ring.
Wait,
and
but
necklace.
before we get to that, no,
It comes in silver too.
right?
Oh
so,
my
decorative.
gosh.
Where's the camera? You could get in different colors.
Oh,
different
you
outfits.
have to tell people how they can get it too.
No,
Before.
but the going to the section,
I've
the
never
pleasuring,
seen that.
because it's also like pleasuring yourself, right? So it's not even just like feeling great of like making your spouse feel great or feeling whatever.
Yeah.
It's also like making yourself feel great again too.
I have never seen
That
that
is
with a
amazing.
necklace.
I have.
Oh my
I may have clients who use it in traffic
Wow.
on the 405.
Oh my God. Yeah, on the 405.
When the mood strikes, where's the camera? When the mood strikes, use it.
That is so cute. I
actually
mean,
really cool.
yes. I mean, I can't even get over it because I've never seen a ring and a
never seen
necklace.
that,
How
yeah.
convenient.
Well, and you just feel different when you put it on. You're like, I
Yes.
have a secret.
Yeah.
Entice.
And then there are people that they'll be like, oh, I know what that is.
Me, I'm admiring her jewelry. Didn't know it was multifunctional. It's amazing.
Jewelry has a new name now.
Yes.
But most women need clitoral stimulation to have an orgasm with
Right.
penetration, and so and foreplay, and so I believe that sex toys and pleasure objects close that gap of
Right.
men need about 2 minutes of foreplay and women need 20 to 40 minutes. So
Right.
using things to rev you up, whether it's a stimulating oil or a sex toy, that it definitely helps. I did work with a lot of moms, and this is one that you can wear vaginally, so
Oh,
it's
okay.
going to go inside, and then this is going to sit clitorally,
Okay.
and both pieces vibrate, and then it's remote control. So even like a lot of times we're busy and like, oh, I don't have time to have sex. So
Mhm.
this is the way that I tell my moms to just put it in when you're getting ready for bed. Your husband
Oh
can
my
be
God.
controlling you while he's watching TV
That
still.
is. Hold it
And
up,
then-
Tiffany.
I know.
so
Let's see it.
everyone
Hold it
can
up.
see it. Oh my gosh. Yes.
You can get these all on enticeme.com.
Nice.
But this vibrates too. And so it
Okay.
puts play and
Yeah.
having fun back into, and then you can still have sex with this in. So,
Yeah.
Okay.
that is-
Yeah.
So you're getting those vibrations and kind of hands-free.
Yeah.
stimulation.
And the remote. So that's the thing. The remote, you have to control yourself,
Oh, that's
and then
kinda
you
cool.
can give your partner the
Yeah.
power.
Yeah.
Because you got the power in your hands.
And I'll turn this.
This is so they
So the
hold it up, Jay, so
I will-
they
I-
can see
she's-
it.
she's-
Hold it up, Tiffany.
Yeah.
You got to show. Yes. Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow. Okay. Yeah.
You have
That's it.
some wonderful,
Okay.
wonderful
Loving
products.
it.
Yes.
Oh, so it does so you
Yeah.
can control the.
Yeah.
the
Now, did
thing.
you create these?
I don't create these.
Okay.
These are from Lalo. They're a
You
wonderful
guys. And
manufacturer.
then you said this part. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there's some
Hold on a
serious
second.
vibration too.
Yeah. It's like
Yeah.
legit. So wait, what's the range?
Yeah.
Did you say
About
that
60 feet.
Oh,
so
wow.
even if you're
Okay,
upstairs,
60
downstairs-
feet, y'all.
was-
60 feet.
Great old man, but your husband's still watching TV or partner's still watching TV.
So when it's football season, 60 feet.
or Bravo shows, whatever.
Or you're out to dinner,
Yes.
whatever.
Oh, that'd be
you
fun
know,
for
Wow.
dinner, yeah.
It's
So
important
cute.
that we put play back into it
Yes.
because we get so stuck in the things that we do and
That's
we
true.
tend to just be so serious about it. It's like it can be fun too, you know?
That's really different. I can see
And
how
then
that's
this
fun.
one is one of our most popular items right now. It's a suction right here. So this
Okay.
is going to clitoral
yeah.
suction. And
Okay.
then this is internal. So you're getting that G-spot stimulation.
Yeah, so
as
they can
well.
see you.
And it's like, oh my God, like, in like 3 seconds.
So what's the speed on that?
It looks like you can set it at
So is
any
that
Yeah,
like
it
what
has
is-
a lot of
Oh, so it
different,
has a set. Okay.
different settings. And
Wow.
Oh yeah, I can see how that would be. Okay.
And they can get this on enticeme.com,
Yes.
right? Wow, look at this. And you know, they're actually pretty too.
I know.
They are very,
They look like sculptures.
yeah, they're not like,
Sculptures.
they're very
Oh, they're so
beautiful.
pretty. Yes.
Well, think about it. If you're a woman and this is like
Yes.
you want something beautiful
I
and
mean,
like
this-
feels good and whatever. So
When I say vibration, this is heavy on the vibration. Yes, indeed. Wow, I love the design though.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's so
just
beautiful.
cute.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is, and the colors.
Yeah.
They've,
Yeah.
you know, and they're all waterproof and rechargeable. Pretty much everything
Yeah.
nowadays that we carry anyway.
Wow.
But that's one of the reasons I started Entice Me is because I wanted to change those conversations, but also at the same time I found out that chemicals that were outlawed in children's toys
Oh.
weren't outlawed in adult toys, and we put those in the most absorbent parts of our body.
Right.
Oh,
And so-
interesting, yeah.
I curated a line of products that's all body safe, non-toxic, and that includes lubricants and personal care products
Okay.
because most commercial lubricants that you buy at Target or CVS are going to have parabens, which are found in 99% of breast
Yeah.
cancer tumors. A lot of ingredients that can disrupt the endocrine system and cause damage, even if it's just burning and itching, and which is exactly opposite of what you want in a lubricant and personal.
Right, right.
So,
Wow.
Wow. So then how does one clean that?
um,
Soap
Yeah,
and
we
water?
Yeah, sure.
just I avoid soap because soap can leave a residue. So we
Okay.
sell some toy cleaners that
Okay.
have essential oils and mineral salts. You can just run them under really hot water. Is just as safe too.
Yeah.
But I like the toy cleaners that are just give a little extra cleansing.
And you have those too? is
Yes,
that- okay.
absolutely.
So they can get the whole shebang.
The
on
whole
your
thing. We have
Entice.com.
menopause packages
Oh,
and things
wow.
like that.
Okay.
Packages that we put together that of our favorite products.
Can
So
we
what's
touch
your-
on that actually?
Yeah, I
real
was
quick?
going to
'Cause
say
we'd like
that
to talk about menopause.
Yeah.
What the clients that come to you about the menopause and you obviously lose that. So it's not just having cancer or
Right.
a disease. It's like we're going through menopause and your body
Mhm.
does change and hormones and all that fun stuff. Like, talking with women about that as well is very big.
Absolutely. So women most of the time come to me because sex has become painful, whether it's with cancer or menopause. And so we have some products that will help with vaginal dryness, especially cancer survivors a lot of times can't use hormonal products. So
Mm.
we have a product, I thought I brought it, but I must have not. It's called Sex Butter. It really helps to heal the vaginal walls. It's all organic and it helps to stimulate natural moisture
Okay.
in the body as well.
Nice.
It's my favorite product. You go to my Instagram, it's like the top pinned video.
But tell them your Instagram.
What's your
Yeah,
Instagram?
what's your
It's at Entice Me Soirees
Okay.
or the little black dress of pleasure. And then we have, vaginal suppositories that are all natural, all organic, which compared to like you see Reverie and Bonafide and all those all over TV, but and the internet, they have some semi-synthetic ingredients that I wouldn't want to put in my body.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
And that's good that you make sure that, all the ingredients are safe that's in the products, because
it is
that's a
really
big deal.
important because
Yeah.
you put something topically on your skin, it goes into your bloodstream in
Right.
about a couple minutes. You put it in a mucous membrane like your vagina, and it goes into your bloodstream in 6 seconds.
Wow. Ooh.
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's good to know though. Yeah.
so, okay.
Jeez. So, I'm just thinking about all the women that you've helped, and do they come back and just give you
I was just gonna
testimonials
say the same
and,
thing.
tell
Yeah.
you how you've really helped them in
And how
their
does that
life
feel too?
as a sexy survivor?
Yes, it's so wonderful to see them thriving and to see all women just really embrace their sexuality. Like I said, my two clients yesterday, 70 and 75, and
Wow.
vibrant, and they're like, we have our sexinista. And, you know, men love to hear that, like
Sure they
that they
do.
have a sex coach and that
Right.
they're going to get help and to learn how to do things better because none of us really learned about sex.
Right.
We read romance novels and Cosmopolitan, which was not female
Right.
friendly,
Right.
and
Yeah.
and with porn, it's definitely not female pleasure focused.
Yeah.
And so, um, giving women hope that they can have fun up in the rest of their
Yeah.
lives is
I
great.
mean, you giving them hope. What is your oldest client? Like
My
the
oldest
age
client
group?
is
Yes.
her
And it,
80s.
wow. Okay, that's really good.
Yes.
Now, I do have a
Didn't know.
question.
Good.
I,
Nice.
and I was thinking, have you ever had men come up to you about their spouses or partners that ask you for help so they know what they can do to
Oh,
help them?
Yeah, absolutely. And I have courses for men as well that
Oh,
teach different things, techniques, how to make sex better, how to keep it hot, how to keep it spicy.
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
So
no,
how
I
is
like
that
that.
received? How is that received
It
from the
is,
men?
so I have a large population of male clients who buy from my website, and they are open minded and want to learn how. I think most men do want to be able to please their partner,
Mm-hmm.
and they just don't know either.
Right.
And so giving
Yeah.
them the tools, a lot of my couples clients, I do coaching and courses as well. And a lot of the couples that I've worked with individually have been married 20, 30 years, and they just want to keep things going.
Yeah.
Another 20, 30 years,
Right.
and they don't want to get stuck in a rut and become those sexless marriages.
Yes. Well, it's got to make you feel good even when men reach out, because it's hard for men to reach out because they're, some of them the macho, and they don't have time to reach out they feel like, oh, I don't need that for, to help my partner. So it must feel good to know that you're actually helping these men too.
Yeah.
And they know that they can come to you without being judged, and they can ask for help.
And helping their partners by helping them.
Yes.
Yeah, and I mean,
Yeah.
erectile dysfunction is very prevalent also, and
Right.
prostate cancer. And, men that are 50 have a 50% chance of prostate cancer, 60, it goes up to 60%.
Mm.
So that affects their sexuality as well. And so giving them new ways that they can experience pleasure
Right.
and learn that sex isn't always penetration, and that there's lots of options. There's lots of tools that you can add to make things still intimate and have those times together, even when you're not confident that you can get an erection.
Yeah. And so we want to make that clear for the viewers that not only do you help women, but you also help men. And that's something that, people should really take into consideration, that you're
We should
basically
open and say they're partners.
yeah, they're partners
in
because
case-
it doesn't have to be
Yeah,
men.
yeah.
But I'm just saying men because of what you just said about the prostate cancer and things like that, ED, things like that. For whatever reason, it's good to know that they do have resources, and and it's the same resources, and maybe a little different than their partners.
Mhm.
So wow, I'm impressed.
Me too.
I am really impressed. Like I knew it would be a great show, But to see the products and that you use for Entice Me for everyone, and then to hear the backstories of everything, it's I really this
Thank
like
you.
flowers for you
Thank you.
because you're helping a lot of people and making them feel really really sexy again, and
And,
that's important.
and you know, we've been over sexualized as women, and then we're told we use our bodies if we are sexy, and
Right.
it's like it's a lose lose. But
Always.
when
When you
we
become a certain age and they're like, you're
Mm-hmm.
not sexy enough still. And it's a
right,
whole
like
thing.
Right.
Yeah.
so just owning it and being like, I am sexy, I am who I am, and that shouldn't be a bad thing.
Right.
That we can be fully who we are.
Gosh, I love that. Oh my gosh. This will change things for viewers and for listeners because people, even though they may not actually see you, but they can hear you. And we have both people that will see you on our channels and then people that will listen to you on their favorite podcast channel. So I don't know, Jada, did you have
That's
anything?
it. Learned a lot today.
So let's tell people again, Tiffany, how they can contact you and your social media handles and things like that.
Because people will be contacted.
They're going to be contacted. They're going to go on that website. If they don't want to contact, they will go on that website.
Yeah,
Yes.
the best way is to just go on to enticeme.com, and about the middle of the page, you can sign up to get on our Sizzle Scoop, our newsletter,
Okay.
or connect with me on social media. And we're here to answer questions and help with products, everything. So we do product consultations over the phone or over Zoom. We can find you the perfect product for your life based on what you like and desire. And you can, that's again, enticeme.com and at Entice Me Soirees.
So when is your next event? Just for people that may be listening about the events opportunities.
Yeah,
When is
there's an
that?
event calendar on my site too.
Okay.
So I have a free cancer survivor webinar from survivorship to seductress.
Wow.
And that is going to be July 30th. And
Okay.
then we're planning on doing breakfast at Tiffany's the second Sunday of every month.
That's great. You know, we want to thank you again for taking out time of your busy schedule because we know you're busy with all of that going on. But we do appreciate you, and it's a pleasure to have met you today, and to find out about who Tiffany is. And we thank you so much for being a part of our story and a part of our podcast to continue helping people in the community. So
Yes.
thank you
Thank
again,
you.
Tiffany.
You've been amazing.
Thanks for having me in.
And always, we love to thank everyone for
Yes.
tuning in all the time. We're over here now. They're tuning in all the time. And we thank Tiffany again and just, being sex positive.
right.
Let's go.
That's right.
Appreciate
Sexy
your bodies.
survivors.
Yes. Sexy survivors.
Sexy survivors.
Let's
So make sure if you're watching, tell a friend so they can subscribe to our channel because you do not want to miss these shows that we're having. And you definitely don't want to miss Tiffany's show. So thank you. Goodbye. Thanks for watching, everyone. Thanks, Tiffany.